My fiance called me a pathetic control freak for not inviting his ex. At his bachelor party, his friends voted on whether to dump my insecure ass. When I confronted him, he grabbed my wrist and said, "You're lucky I even proposed." I met Derek at a friend's birthday party when I was 26. He was charming, funny, and made me feel like the only woman in the room. We dated for 3 years before he proposed. I thought I'd found my person. I was wrong. The problem started when we began planning the wedding. Derek wanted to invite his ex-girlfriend Mia. They dated for 4 years before me and stayed friends after the breakup. I'd met her twice, and both times she made comments about how she and Derek had unfinished business. I told Derek I wasn't comfortable with her being at our wedding. He laughed. "You're being ridiculous. Mia is just a friend. She's happy for us. She told me last month that you two were soulmates who met at the wrong time." He rolled his eyes. "That's just how she talks. You're reading into things. I don't want her there." His face changed. The charm disappeared. "You're being a pathetic control freak. This is my wedding too. I'm inviting who I want." I stood there, stunned. In 3 years, he'd never spoken to me like that. I told myself he was stressed. Wedding planning was hard. People said things they didn't mean. I let it go. The next issue was the bachelor party. His best friend Tony was planning it. Derek said it was just going to be a weekend trip with the guys. Poker, golf, nothing crazy. I trusted him. A week before the wedding, Derek left his phone on the kitchen counter while he showered. It buzzed with a message from Tony. I glanced at it without thinking. "Bro, that vote was hilarious. 7-4 in favor of dumping her insecure ass. You should have seen Jake's face when he voted to keep her." My hands went cold. I scrolled up. There were photos from the bachelor party. The guys sitting around a table with pieces of paper. A whiteboard that said, "Should Derek dump her?" with tally marks on both sides. Messages from Derek laughing about it. One that said, "She'd lose her mind if she knew." But honestly, Mia looked good last night. Mia was at the bachelor party. I put the phone down and sat on the couch. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just sat there, reading those messages over and over until they stopped hurting and started making me angry. When Derek came out of the shower, I was still sitting there. "Hey, you okay?" he asked, toweling off his hair. "I saw your phone." He froze. "What?" "The vote. The messages about Mia. All of it." His face went through several emotions. Shock, guilt, then anger. "You went through my phone? That's a complete violation of privacy. You let your friends vote on whether to dump me at your bachelor party while your ex was there." He stepped toward me. "It was a joke. Guys do stupid stuff at bachelor parties. You're overreacting like you always do. 7 of your friends think you should leave me. You laughed about it. Because it's funny. Because you're so insecure that even a joke sets you off. This is exactly why they voted that way." I stood up. "I'm not marrying you." He grabbed my wrist hard. "You're not going anywhere. We have 200 people coming next Saturday. My parents already paid for the venue. You're not embarrassing me because you can't take a joke." I looked at his hand on my wrist, then at his face. "Let go of me. You're lucky I even proposed to someone so jealous. No one else would put up with this." I twisted my arm free and stepped back. "I want you out of this apartment tonight." He laughed. "This is my apartment too. You can't kick me out. The lease is in my name. I pay the rent. You have until morning." His expression shifted. For a second, I saw something dark behind his eyes. Then he grabbed his keys and slammed the door on his way out. I called my sister that night. She drove over immediately and helped me pack his things into boxes. We changed the locks the next morning. I spent the following week canceling everything. The venue, the caterer, the florist, the photographer. I lost deposits on almost everything. $8,000 gone. I didn't care. The wedding was supposed to be in 6 days. I sent a message to everyone on the guest list explaining that the wedding was canceled. I didn't give details. I just said we decided to go our separate ways. Derek's mother called me 17 times. I didn't answer. His friends sent messages calling me crazy, dramatic, unstable. I blocked every single one. Derek showed up at my door 3 days later. He had flowers. "I'm sorry," he said. "I was stressed. The guys were just messing around. Mia means nothing to me. Please, let's talk about this." I opened the door just enough to see his face. "You grabbed me. You let your friends vote on our relationship. You invited your ex to your bachelor party and didn't tell me. Then you called me lucky that you proposed. I didn't mean any of that. You meant all of it. You just didn't think I'd find out." I closed the door. He knocked for 20 minutes before giving up. A month later, I found out through a mutual friend that Derek and Mia were dating. She commented on one of their photos. "Finally got my soulmate back." I screenshot it and saved it. Not because I was angry anymore, but because I wanted to remember what I almost married.